Hello everybody! Today I want to take you on a journey beyond the farthest star, into the minds of machines, beneath the surface of the earth, and into the core of our being. Science fiction, even into recent times, has always been regarded as a cheap, gimmicky genre that hinges on the absurd and the impossible. But at the same time, it also defined the 20th century more so than anything else. Think about it. Without Burroughs, Heinlein, Asimov, or any of the others, we wouldn't have space travel, cell phones, cars, submarines. Even the computers we're using now would only exist in the mind's eye. As far as I'm concerned, science fiction is the most important genre of literature, except in newspapers or guidebooks or something, and I absolutely love it. I can't get enough. Until the sequels come along, that is. I've seen a lot of other cinema and art history videos like James Rolfe's Monster Madness or Doug Walker's Disney Simber, and I'm completely copying those just because they're so damn lovable. I don't even like Disney, and I couldn't stop watching his videos, so I hope to produce the same effect for sci-fi fans. I'm going to mostly hit books and authors on this ride, though I will touch on some movies, and I'll give my own opinions, as well as keeping it as broad as I can. First, I want to define science fiction. Well, seeing as science itself is undefined, it becomes hard to diagnose what is science fiction and what isn't. For our purposes, let's say it's something that deals with the postulation of the natural sciences, mechanics, chemistry, physics, or anything else that could occur in nature. Anything with magic as an undefined source that has no place in the world cannot make the cut. It's Nick's Psychotronic History of Sci-Fi. Okay, without any further ado, let's get right into one of my favorite novels of all time, Mary Shelley's renowned masterpiece, Frankenstein, or the modern Prometheus. I consider Frankenstein to be the first modern science fiction novel. Sure, there might have been some things that came before, but ultimately Frankenstein is really where we get most of the modern ideas, like the scientist as a hero, the horror of progression, the morals of what our own progression can do to us, etc. But all of this is peripheral, and we need to analyze the story. Everyone knows it, but it's simply about a scientist who dared to play God, stitching together dead bodies to form a new one that he imbues with artificial life. The man rejects his horrid creation, and the monster goes on a rampage, killing everybody close to him. This would be a motif that would be applied countless times later, like in RUR, Metropolis, Terminator, Star Wars, and on, whenever man's machines rebelled against him. And yes, the monster is indeed a machine, a tool that can use energy to achieve work. It's an automaton, actually, being a self-operating machine, even capable of its own thoughts. It's interesting how the story came to be, namely that Mary Shelley was on vacation with her husband and several friends, and they were snowed in up in the mountains. They decided to have a ghost story contest, and let's just say that Mary won, hands down. The story has been adapted countless times for the stage and screen, the most famous version being the 1931 film starring Boris Karloff and Colin Clive. Everybody knows this story, everybody knows the name, the image, the passages. Hell, you probably had to read it in high school or college. Yeah, it's a classic, but I just love this novel. I love the way it's written, the characters, the plot, the meaning, its historical significance. This is one of my favorite novels of all time, a true classic in every meaning of the word. Yeah, it might be hard on more modern readers, especially if English isn't your native language, but if you haven't been forced to read it, give it a shot. Even if you have, try again under your own power, and you might find yourself unable to put it down.